Okay, this video is to explain the process of Girls Night Out to vendors. So I'll explain the whole thing. So the first thing that I need for you to give me is $20 to reserve your booth and 15 names, addresses, and stamps so that we can invite people, and 3 basket items. Throughout the evening, we'll give away 3 baskets. The first one will be to somebody who RSVPs. The second one will be for every $5 they spend, their name will go into a drawing. And the third one will be for someone who books a party that night. So every time people book a party within 30 days, we put their name in a drawing and they receive that. The benefit to the vendors of these baskets is that it's getting your product into people's hands and your name, so you can put a catalog in the basket and something that represents your company. I need those items as soon as possible. Now, the night of the event, you're expected to bring a snack to share. You will have to check it in. You can bring a bag of chips, a bag of cookies. Don't bring something skimpy. We're hoping there's going to be 100 people there that you're going to be sharing your food with. You'll also need to bring 3 auction items. These auction items will be auctioned for 1, 2, and 3 quarters. And you will get to keep the quarters. And my hope is that you will bring items that represent your business that you want to get into people's hands. And I'd like for you to auction off one for 1 quarter, another one for 2 quarters, and another one for 3 quarters. Often I see vendors get into the trap of wanting to auction off all their stuff for 3 quarters. The truth of the matter is you're going to make as much off a 1 quarter as a 3 quarter, because everybody's going to get in on the 1 quarter bid and only a few on the 3, so it pretty well averages out. So the smart thing to do is a 1 quarter, a 2 quarter, and a 3 quarter item. This gets everybody involved in the bidding. I have realized over the past 2-3 years of doing this that you usually make about $1 a head. So if there's 65 people there in the quarter auction, you're going to make around $65 plus or minus 10. If there's 100 people there, you'll make 100. So I allow vendors to come in at about an hour before, which in this case will be 5 o'clock, and you'll get to set up your table. You can display it, just like you would at a party. You can have items to purchase that night. People can order stuff. I do request, if you have a drawing at your table, that you give away the winner that night. Then at 6 o'clock is our shopping, where people walk around, meet you, get a catalog from 6 to 7. At 7 o'clock, we start the quarter auction. People come in, we have a stage area set up, and on this stage we'll have all the items that we're going to auction off so they can check them out. And at their tables, they'll have the refreshments that each vendor brought. You can put a catalog on the table, and I will give prizes away for people who fill a table. So once they're there, we get everything started. We'll start the quarter auction. We normally go clockwise around the room, and everybody auctions off one item. We go all the way around and do another one. About halfway through, we'll have a break. They can shop. We'll make some announcements, and then we're usually done by 9 o'clock. I expect vendors to keep their tables open for 20 to 30 minutes. I'll announce at the end. If we end right at 9, we usually stay open until 9:30 for people to shop. If one vendor starts to put her stuff away, that discourages the customers, and then they don't think we're still open for shopping, and you hurt other vendors' chances. So I request that we all stop at the same time. When we quit, I just need you to clean up your area, get your quarters and your dish, and you're free to go. Throughout the evening, we will do a couple of other games. One thing we do is a raffle, and there's 25 names on a sheet, 25 boxes. We sell each box for $2, so that equals $50 by the time we have the sheet filled out. So then I draw a number. Let's say I draw number 12, and it's Sarah. So Sarah wins $50 to spend at the vendor of her choice. Now, I don't give Sarah the $50, but let's say she goes to Pampered Chef and spends her $50. Before the evening is over, Pampered Chef comes up to the front table and we will give her the $50. That way the customer has to spend it that night, so it's benefiting you. And we do request that she spends it all with one vendor. Normally, we give away 2 or 3 of those $50 gift certificates. So we'll keep going as long as people keep purchasing. Now, I never allow vendors to play. Customers or guests don't come to see you win. And what I do, I don't let them in on the raffle either. But every time us vendors get together and fill out one raffle page and somebody wins, that just benefits you and whoever you spend your money with. So 2 people are it's a win-win situation. These are a lot of fun. You're not going to get rich off of them, but hopefully you're going to book some parties and make enough sales to turn in your own party that night and reap the hostess benefits yourself. So I've talked about inviting people. I've talked about what you have to do to reserve your spot. There will be a deadline, and if you don't have your money and your items to me by that deadline, I am going to have to go to somebody else. The reason I only allow 20 vendors is in order for the auction to go from 7 to 9, that's how many we need. So there are people waiting in line. So if you don't have your money in, I'm going to have to go to the next person. So you'll have to see the agreement that goes with each place that we go to see when the deadline is and make sure you have your money in. You can call me and pay with your debit card over the phone, but I also need your basket items and your addresses and stamps. You can email me your addresses, so you can mail me that stuff, but the other stuff I'll have to have before the date so that I can be prepared. These things take a lot of organizing, so as long as everybody gets their stuff in by the due date, we'll have a very successful night. And we just do these to help promote your business. Thank you.